Okay, it's a good thing I brought an extra battery with me. All right, I got my battery, so we'll have to look at this another time and see. I'm thinking there's supposed to be a drain coming out. I'm sure there's going to be a vanity over there in the corner. Okay, so we'll have to check on that. And then here, you've got another small area, and I'm not sure where. Oh, this must be a Jack and Jill little bathroom or something. Because see here, I can see there's a door opening. There's also a door opening in that room too. Okay, so they'll have a door there and a door here, and they'll have a little sink, cute little sink over here in the corner. We know here's hot and cold. Here's the drain line for it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I see what they did. They've got a cap in the bottom, and they just got that set there for later. That they'll break that after they fill that up with water after their inspection. Then they'll break that out, and then they've got the little piece here. See, remember on another one, I thought they weren't ready for it because that wasn't there. Let's see if they've done that same thing to this one. Look at that. Yep, see, there's the cap back in there. Okay, so he's just got that set there like that on all of them. Okay, and so you see on that one he's going up and he's got his vent. And isn't that something? There's one vent going out of the roof just for that one sink. Now see, we know you don't have to do that for every single one, because remember we saw this other one over here. That vent goes up there and there'll be a roof jack up there, and that is connected to 7 different things over in here. Okay, this one just happened to be one. Couldn't they have attached that? They could have maybe attached it all the way over there, so then they wouldn't have had an extra roof jack up through the roof. Or maybe they can only attach 7 different things to one roof jack. I have no idea, but see, it was really close right here anyway. So okay, they've got just one thing for a roof jack. And so see, we look over here, okay, and here you've got that toilet. Here we've got a toilet. There's probably a sink here. There's 2 vents going up, and then we see, I'll walk over there, we'll see see, it comes up out of there, and then there's another one that goes across, boom, all the way over to here. Okay, so here's another sink here, and see, they've got the plumber's got little drawings. I thought that was kind of slick, and the builder probably did that for the plumber, given an idea of, okay, here's the vanity, here's the side, here's the length of the vanity, and all that. And so it gave the plumber an idea of exactly where to locate everything, in case he needed it. Okay, so we see where that vent is there. Remember, I was telling you before, I thought that had to go slightly up at an angle, but maybe not, because it looks like that vent is just flat right on top of the trusses. Boom, 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 and it goes across, and then when this one here comes up, that's pretty much flat, and it goes pretty much flat again, and it goes up. There's your other roof jack, okay, that goes up right over there. And we used to have to put, wherever there was an angle, we would strap that right there, fairly close to there. Well, they've got a plastic strap there, they've got another strap there, and then where that angle is, maybe they don't need anything there, or maybe they'll brace that up later, because they know they're not 100% ready for a plumbing top-out inspection yet, because we know these still have to come up and out of the wall, don't they? Okay, and so let's just keep looking over here, and I see here it looks like they've got a water line right here, and this, we know that's a gas line, and that goes into the other room. Let's just walk over there, shall we? Because I thought that was going to be a fireplace, but why is there a water line there? I'm not quite sure why there's a water line. Oh, look, no nail plates. Here's your gas line. And remember, I thought that might be where a fireplace was going to be. I had that on another video prior, but it looks like that's where the main kitchen's going to be. And here's where the front door is going to be, okay? And you walk in here into this big, huge room, and that's where the kitchen's going to be. I forgot all about that. I thought maybe that might be where a fireplace was going to be, but nope. And why do I know that? Because see here, this is pot filler. That's the cold water line. That's the cold water line right here. See, and that's kind of interesting too. They've got the plastic pipe, and it comes up, and then they've put a block in here, and then I don't think you can see it. I don't think you can see it, but they've got the plastic stopped, and then it's got an elbow, and then from that elbow, they're coming out with that galvanized pipe right here. Okay, well, I say galvanized pipe. It looks like it's galvanized, but it's a hard plastic, I believe, and it's that same type of pipe that they're using for the gas. See, the cooktop, that's the center line for the cooktop, and see, here's the drawing of the cabinets in the kitchen area. Here's where their pot filler is going to be right there. Their cooktop is going to be there. The pot filler is going to be there on the backsplash. And then here's some cabinets over here. Here's some other side cabinets coming out. Isn't that nice? Here's a vent hood right here, and that's what that was for there. Remember, I was thinking that was going to be for a fireplace, and I was like, I'm not quite sure why it wasn't triple walled. I should have thought about that more. And that's going to go right to your vent, your exhaust hood. And so there'll be a cooktop right there, and then there'll be a pot filler on your backsplash. See, here's the pot filler. Here's your pot filler faucet thing, and that's going to come out right there. Okay. All right. That's quite nice. And then see, they're going to have the refrigerator over there, because that's will be your cold water for your refrigerator, and here's your little gate valve. And see, on all of them, they put this little thing there, and that's so when you turn your water on, sometimes you might hear it pop, and that's supposed to prevent that. It's to grab your air, I think, of some sort. And so on this wall, see, he's got this stapled on here, and that's where your refrigerator's going to be over here. And then there's going to be cabinetry all the way along here, and then there's going to be 2 stoves or 2 ovens, a double oven right here, and that might be the picture of the double oven, or it could be a microwave and here's a double oven here, and then there's a microwave up above. Isn't that cool? So the builder is doing himself a favor. He's actually designed all this, and I thought it's interesting too. Apparently they're getting all this stuff from Lowe's. See there? And welcome to Lowe's Virtual Design. Okay, and so they've got all of this stuff coming from Lowe's. Isn't that something? Okay, and let's just walk around and look at some more plumbing, shall we? That's what this video's for, right? And I'm not quite sure what is happening here. But I see there's a hot and cold water line. There's a gas line here. There's a vent here. And all I can think of is maybe all that stuff is for outside. They might have something coming out here with a gas barbecue out here, a sink. Obviously, there's going to be a sink, hot and cold water line. Here's your vent and your drain. Your drain probably for a little wet bar type sink. And then here's your gas line right there. And so they'll probably have something coming across here, okay? Dividing these two areas up, we'll get you a better look here. Okay, look at all this space here. See, you can have a big, huge rolling door opening or sliding glass door or something that pivots out, something. I'm not quite sure exactly what. Here's a nice overhang area here, and then that overhang area going from the master bedroom. I know for a fact the master bedroom is going to be over there, so he's going to have a sliding glass door there coming out here, and a gas range top, and something here that's probably going to stick out maybe 8 to 10 feet there, maybe. A gas grill and some other stuff there. Okay, so all of his connections are right here in the back here, because I was wondering what was going to happen here. And see, maybe they'll put a cabinet in front of this, you know, to hide all this. And this will just be back behind in a little cubby area that maybe you can't get to, or maybe there'll be a cabinet here, and they'll have a inspection cover on the back side in case they ever need to get to that stuff. I don't know. All right. So let's walk over this way where the master bedroom was. Man, the plumber, I knew the plumber was gonna be humping it this last weekend, because he's trying to fit this in between a couple different jobs. He's a friend of the owner, I believe, and he was trying to do this work in between jobs or along with some other work that he was doing, and he was driving in from out of town, you know, hour away maybe, and he was doing all this work, you know. He doesn't come here every day, the plumber, but he doesn't need to, right? So here we've got a toilet, and there's your cold water line again. Here's another vent, and that vent, let's just follow that vent along. See, he's got it. This is towards the front of the house, okay? Well, ideally, you want to try your best not to have vents in the front of your house if you can help it. Who wants to see all these vents sticking up as you first drive in your house? So see, he went the extra mile. He could have just went straight up, or he could have came over here and popped a hole over there. That would have been easier for him. But no, he's gone all the way across here. Look where he's going, all the way out, and there's his vent. Even outside here, just show you here. Here he comes, and the vent is way up there. He's actually got another vent. Oh, that's where his vent is coming from, this that I showed you inside. That vent's coming over, tying in right there, and your roof jack is going to be way up there. So we know they're going to put some sort of wood slats, I'm guessing, out here. Boom, 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 something like that. And I'm going to be curious to see where their transition's going to be. Are they going to have to put fire blocks there? Because this is the outside. This is outside. So do you want any cold air coming from here, getting inside your house right there? When they install insulation up here, are they just going to install insulation, bat insulation or blow-in insulation just to this point? What's going to happen out here? Are they going to blow in insulation all the way out here too? I have no idea. I have no idea what happens. Usually they stop right here, or they'll have a wall going all the way up there, and your insulation will stop right there. And then you won't have anything out there. But hey, it remains to be seen. We'll know soon enough, won't we? Okay, so remember they were going to put a shower. They've got a toilet. They've got a tub right here. So there's nothing done for that yet. So I know the plumber's not done, because I know he had told me before he's going to cap everything off underneath the floor, and then once they frame all this stuff out, he'll be able to figure out where the tub drain's going to be. He'll poke the hot and cold water up underneath. He'll put his drain in, and same thing for the shower, because I know there's going to be a shower right here. So apparently he doesn't have any hot and cold water. The hot and cold water lines are underneath the floor again. I'm not quite sure why he didn't do that. He's got valve written there, and that's for his shower valves. I don't know if the valves are here or there. It's probably right there. His drain's going to be there. We'll have to see that another time. And I know there's going to be a vanity cabinet there, and there's also going to be a vanity cabinet over there. This is the master bedroom, master bath. Okay, and so this time they decided the hot and cold water lines are not installed in the wall. They're coming in from underneath. So when they put the cabinet down, lots of times nowadays for lots of bathrooms, they run the hot and cold water straight up from underneath the floor, and then they'll have to drill holes, fish the cabinet down in there, and then they'll put the water valves actually on the floor. I don't really like it as much that way, because then when you're storing things underneath your cabinet, you've got your water valves down on the floor instead of coming out of the wall. Okay, but in any case, that's what they decided to do here. And the other vanities on the other side of the house, we saw that they were coming out of the wall, right? So hey, pick and choose whichever way you want to do it. And I'm showing you all this stuff, by the way, in case you are going to be the owner builder, in case you are going to be in charge of having somebody install your plumbing, which way you like it, which way you don't like it, whether or not you're going to install the stuff yourself or that kind of stuff. Okay, so here they've got your drain line here, and this one there's no cap here yet. Oh yeah, there is. Look at that. There's a cap in there. Okay. And I'll just leave that right there. And that's where his drain's going to be. And see, here's another vent. What do you suppose that vent's for? That vent is either for the shower, or it's going to be for the tub. Or maybe the tub is already tied into the vent line underneath the floor, and tied into this drain line over here. I'm not quite sure. And the shower, the vent could be coming all the way over to here, okay, for the shower. All right, so that's probably what that vent is for, one or the other, okay? So now that comes up, and that ties in with this vent that comes up, and that's where your roof jack is right there. It's kind of hard to see. You can see it, okay? So they've got those two, and it made sense for them to do it there, but see, that's kind of close. That's kind of close for that little roof. See, there's not much of a little roof there, and it's kind of towards the front. I would have. I don't know what else he could have done. What else could he have done there? He could have taken that out, come across this way, gone all the way over this way, and then popped it up over there so that the roof jack was on this side of the house instead of towards the front. He could have done that, kind of like how he did this one here, remember? He came up and then went all the way across and then ran his vent over there. Why couldn't he have done something like that over here? See, he could have came out and then came across, and see, here's the other vent right here, and he's got it in that small little roof. So because this is the corner lot, the street's there, you see that vent. He could have ran that, and he could have came out with an elbow and went right here, put a T there, and he could have grabbed that vent over there, boom, tied this one in, boom, come over here, and then went up on this side, which is the back side, which is You're not going to see it as much because you got just a small little roof here, a little gable on this side, and you got two little vents. Boom, kaboom. I would have done it slightly different, you know. But hey, I'm not the plumber on this job, and I'm not a professional plumber anyways. But I've done plumbing before, and I'm just saying, wouldn't it have made sense to do that and come over here? Yeah, it would have taken a little bit longer to do that, but then you don't see those vents as you're driving up around the street. One little vent here, one little vent over there, you know, because those are small little roofs too, right? Okay, but he didn't, and so that's just how that works. Okay, and so see here's his cabinets. We got it's kind of hard to see them. It's kind of hard to see the cabinets, but I know there's a tub there. There's a vanity cabinet there, and then there's another one over there. Okay, and then this is going to be a walk-in closet. That's probably for the woman, and this is probably the man's over here. Usually the women's closet is always usually bigger than the men's, right? So this is the men's over here, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with this. They had this bounced out, boom, ba boom, ba boom, and all I can think of is maybe that's there for a reason. Maybe they're going to cut a hole in this wall right here, and maybe there's going to be a little fireplace there, or some sort of built-in cabinet that they just haven't cut out yet. I'm not quite sure, but see, it looks like there's no studs in there, okay, and the header, the 2x6s go across there, and so I'm thinking that they're going to cut that out, and that is going to be something for the other side, and they thought, hey, let's do that, and it would just be in the closet. And so they'll have to figure out the closet, putting some shelves there, having a wraparound shelf. You know, they'll still figure it all out. It'll be fine. Okay. And so I'm still on the plumbing, but I see some other things that I'm going to make some additional videos when I get done with this before I leave. And I'm thinking most of the plumbing stuff I've shown you. Okay, I don't think I've shown you this one. Okay, there's one vanity, sink there, the toilet's there. Here's your air conditioning register there. That's where the toilet's going to be. There's a cold water line, hot and cold water line, drain line. Here's your vents coming up. Okay, see how he's got it here? Looks like he still has to put a strap there, and that comes over, and wow, that one goes all the way over. See, that one he did smart. He's run it all the way over here. That's the back side of the house again. See, he didn't want to come out through the front of the house. Good for him for deciding that and taking it all the way over to there. Okay, and that's just kind of smart to do that if you're the plumber. And is there any directions on the plans? Will it say exactly where to come out on the vent? No, that's up to the plumber to decide. And then when the inspector gets here, he'll look at it, and if he's got any questions about anything, he'll talk to the plumber at that point. And when the inspector comes out, it's good if the plumber is here in case he's got any questions about anything. Okay, and so I'm not quite sure what this room's going to be. It's probably a great room. Might be a playroom, have a game room, something. Okay, no water lines, nothing in there. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it for water lines and stuff. And you know, before they had hose bibs, it's a good idea to decide where you're going to have your hose bibs located on the exterior of your house. You want to do that when you do your rough-in plumbing. And now see, this is all called your, first you get an inspection for your rough plumbing, everything from your floor coming up out of your floor. Okay, then at that point, this kind of stuff here is called the top out plumbing. Okay, everything's hooked up, and then the plumber, he's got to figure out how to hook all this stuff up. And because he's got so many drain lines everywhere, he's probably going to just cap off the drain line underneath the house all the way at the end. He'll have to fill up his sewer drain line, all the stuff that he had previous, that he had inspected wise. He'll have to fill up all those pipes, and then that will fill up all of these vents. All of the vents have to be filled up, okay, with water. And that way, when the inspector comes, he'll know if there's water in there. All he'll have to do is tap. All he have to do is tap. And I can tell that there's no water in these lines right now. Okay, when the inspector gets here, he may say, oh, turn the water on, and somebody may turn the hose on, and he'll have his hose bib right here, and he'll have his hose hooked up, and he'll turn it on. Okay, and then he'll go outside and he'll see water coming out of some of the vents way up high, and they'll come running down, and you'll see them when they're all full, and the plumber will have all those full before the inspector gets here. So even if he has to turn this on, maybe he only has to turn it on for a few, a minute or something, or the inspector will just go around. He'll just start tapping. He'll tap everywhere, and as long as it's full, see, he's just looking for leaks. Because you don't want any leaks. Even though there's not going to be any water in here, the water is just testing your pipes fittings, because your sewer line, all your sewer smells and stuff are going to go up through the vents too. Okay, those vents are designed so that when you flush your toilet, so that when you run your sinks, you don't, when it drains, you don't hear it go gluk, 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 gluk. It's not going to have any of that, because you're going to have air in these lines, so that when you drain your tub, it's just going to go down, or your toilets are just going to go down, your sinks are just going to go down. You see what I mean? So you don't want any leaks on any of your vents because of the sewer smell. You don't want any sewer smell up inside your wall, up in your attic, anything like that. So that's why all that stuff is going to have to be tested. All your water lines that now he's got them coming up and capped off and stuff. See, on these, you're not going to fill these up with water. You're going to fill them up with air. Okay, that's why he's got everything. Let's just take you over here, where he's got some main pipes. These went underneath the ground and stuff. And see, he still has to do some stuff. See, that one's got to come up and go through there. And my word, look how big these are. This was for the gas lines, and he still has to finish. He still has to finish that. And see, here's his little valve. He'll attach that. He'll have to attach that on there. See, he couldn't get that on there because this was right there. He may have to take this apart, screw this on, and then screw this back on or something, or get a different type. Come out with an elbow, who knows? And then that's going to be for his gas line, and he'll pump that up with air. Okay, and so that other one will connect all of your water lines that are underneath the house, and then will connect to all the stuff inside the walls now that are being poked up. And see, remember, that's what this one's for. Once he pumps this up, this is connected to all of the water lines, hot water lines, cold water lines, because see, the hot is attached to the cold just out here, so that he didn't have to put one of these on the cold water side, one on the hot water side. That's all he's doing with that, see. And then that will get everything underneath the house again, even though everything underneath the house has already been inspected, but because remember before when they came up, they were capped off for rough inspection. Now this is top out inspection. They have to cut the caps off and then run all this. So now all this has to be filled up with air. And so basically you're testing everything out underneath the house, as well as everything going from there up and out. Okay, and so that's going to be what you call your top out plumbing. Okay, and we know he's not 100% done with that yet. And see, he just has to work. He just has to work with the builder, and he knows he's not holding up anybody. He's not holding anyone up from doing the next phase, okay? Because the electrician, we know the electrician still has to come. Even though the electrician has run all of his wiring, his rough wiring, and his junction boxes, his electrical outlet boxes, his light switch boxes and everything in the garage, and he's installed a sub panel, we know that the electrician has not done any electrical per se inside here for light switches, light fixtures, electrical outlets, all that kind of stuff. He still has to do that. So see, the plumber is not really holding up anybody. So if he wants to come out here the following weekend, this following weekend, he can. He's just fitting this in between jobs. Okay? And he's not holding anybody up. If he was holding somebody up, of course he'd have to come out here tomorrow and do away with his other project and get this over. But the contractors, he's fine with it. He's going to tell the guy, yeah, fine. Just come this weekend and get it all buttoned up. Can you get it buttoned up so we can call for an inspection for Monday or Tuesday of next week? And the guy will probably say, oh yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. I'll have it all ready. Okay? Because electrical has to be signed off, heating and air conditioning has to be signed off, gas lines, water lines have to be signed off prior to anything else starting inside the house again. What's going to happen after that? They'll have to install the insulation in the walls, and then they'll get ready to install the drywall. But they're not even close to getting that ready yet. That's why the plumber has some extra time before he has to come back and finish, okay? Remember that. Okay, well, it looks like the plumber is well on his way for getting this job ready for inspection. All right, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. And yes, I was going to show some other stuff. I think it's still light enough, and so I'll make some other videos. Look for them on my channel for how to build a house. See you next time.